when a girl child gets pregnant, these parents, some of the parents are like, oh, I'm going to get money.
And parents decide to chase the child.
In my community, I witnessed 2 rapes.
The girls were dropping out of school just because they didn't have enough material to use as girls.
What are some of the things that you've done to address, to empower or promote the girl child in the community?
We held Camp Glow, which we call Girls Leading Our World.
Teach these young women who are aged from 16 to about 22.
Celebrating girls everywhere, amplifying their voices, actions, and leadership. Welcome to Conversations with CorpsAfrica Volunteers. I am Sylvia Nalobega. CorpsAfrica recruits, trains, and sends young people into rural communities where they work with members to catalyze local development by addressing challenges and getting solutions that members can take on even after their service. Today we are celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child. And with me today is 2 amazing people. On my left, on my right, she'll introduce herself and he will introduce himself. They have worked with CorpsAfrica as volunteers in Uganda, and one of them went to Malawi to serve as an exchange volunteer, where he continued to catalyze development and serving girls in the community. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me, Sylvia. My name is Kizza Mary. I served with CorpsAfrica as a volunteer in Blele Village, Buikwe district, and I'm happy to be here on this beautiful day.
Nice to have you at Conversations with CorpsAfrica Volunteers. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Kibuuka Brian, CorpsAfrica volunteer, former. That's in.
You are an alumni now, yes. And you're also an alumni. Yes. Oh, yes.
An alumni. And a proud community champion as well as a legend.
Proud. A legend.
Yeah. It's not easy work, but it takes a heart.
Cohort names, community champion in Uganda and a legend in Malawi.
Wow. So both of you are champions, but you're a legend.
Sure.
Welcome back from Malawi.
Thank you so much.
I really know that you did amazing work there, and we are waiting to hear it. So today, I'm so excited about today, the International Day of the Girl Child, amplifying our voices, actions, leadership, and ensuring that girls take center stage at our development, because there is so much in us, like you see us here. So Mary, tell us, what are some of those things that you did in Bulere among girls? What was it? How did you find it? Yeah, you can share with us your experiences.
Well, how did I find it? What are some of the things I did with girls? How I found it was not easy, because every community has challenges with women, mostly. With a girl child, there is a lot of discrimination in the community.
Tell us more about that.
There is gender inequality. There is marginalization of girls. There is no equal footing when it comes to children. So you would look at families. The setup of the families itself shows that the girl child doesn't have the same footing with the boy child when it comes to hitting the goals in the future, when it comes to making it in the future. So you would first look at the unequal distribution of household chores in the families. But as basic as that, you've seen that already there is a problem. You'll find that the girl, after coming back from school, will have to cook supper for a family. A girl of about 12 years will cook supper for a family of about 10 people.
Okay.
They will have to sweep the yard. They will have to fetch water on top of that.
After
they have
coming
to
back
wash
from
uniforms
school.
for themselves and for the boys after coming back from school.
And what is the boy doing?
And the boy will go and play football, ride maybe a bicycle in the community, and the most they can do is ungraze goats or a cow. That is the truth in our African setting. So you'll find that this girl is given homework at school, and the boy is also given homework. But where is the girl going to find the time and attitude to do that homework? If they do it, they will not have the same mark, because they're not having the same sphere. They are not in the same
Time,
yes.
time, yes.
And also they are not supported in the
The
home.
same way,
So
yes.
you'll find that they will not perform well in school, and the parent will be discouraged to pay more fees for the girl,
Yeah,
and will pay for the boy, not forgetting where it is actually coming from.
Yes.
So as basic as that, you look at I have an example of the government school in Bulele. It's Bulele Primary School. I went there to do some literacy, teaching young children, young girls about the reality of life, their potential, enriching their potential through paper bag making and also many other things. But as we were in a meeting, it was an assembly, I overheard a teacher, a male teacher, discussing with a female teacher about these young girls because they had come from holidays. Have you seen how she has changed the walking style? I told you she cannot skip this holiday without being laid by a man.
That okay. Wait a minute. Is that primary or secondary school? You
That
say
is
primary.
a primary school.
So this teacher is
they
discussing
sit and
with
start discussing
these young
these
ones.
young ones because they set a target. That one will not make it.
Wait
This
a
one-
minute. They set a target that this girl is not going to exceed this holiday without being laid.
And then they will say, "Did you see the other one? Didn't she get pregnant? Didn't she?"
And it's like they're winning a
It's
bait.
like,
A bait, like,
they're
you know.
not supporting them. They're not giving them the potential. They're not like to make it in life. Instead of, if you have seen that maybe this girl is maybe having their hormones have grown, they're having breasts,
Yes.
they're having maybe hips,
That's-
and
their
maybe
bodies
they're
are
trying to
changing,
they're
yes.
starting to play around with boys. Sit them down,
Yes.
talk to them about the choices they have to make in
Yes.
life, what they have at stake in case they make a mistake.
So
But
you
don't
you
set
say
a
these
bait.
guys are sitting there looking at them, they're like, oh wait, okay. So that one is about, instead of
Yeah,
sitting
they know
down
they
with
are
them, yes.
vulnerable now.
And
but
it's
then
a reality.
do nothing at all about that stage.
And
Yes,
they'll
so
just clap their hands when they fail.
they'll clap their hands when they, that's even so sad to, it's,
That is actually clapping hands. By the time you say, "Didn't I tell you? Have you seen she has changed the working style? Wait until she gets pregnant."
that's sad. That is sad.
It's
So
really
Brian,
sad.
what are some of the experiences that you also saw that girls go through in community?
Yeah, actually, it's unfortunate what I've had from Mary's side. But yeah, as one educator said, I think he's from Ghana, Dr. James, he says, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So I will start by saying that you cannot educate a woman if you never
Educate a girl. Yeah.
So in my community as well, there were some issues, especially when it comes to taking children to school. You find that the girl child is not that much catered about. Let me give an example. I have in my community in Malawi, there is one household. The person had 2 children, but the boy pushed to senior 4, but for the girl, she ended at form 3, senior 3.
Okay.
And when I tried to talk to the gentleman to find out what happened, he told me this lady connives with the mother always, and they are fighting against me. He also gave me another
Wait.
excuse. Yeah.
The girl connected with the mother.
Yeah, that was, but
Oh,
to
no.
solve, I felt like it was a lame excuse, because how would it be that as a parent, you let your child lead into damnation because
So
just
the
such
gentleman
issues?
said that the girl connives with her mother.
Yeah,
And they
they
fight
often
him.
fight-
They fight
fight
him.
him.
So he doesn't pay school fees for that girl.
Yes. Now, as we tried to discuss it further, he was like, the other issue, of course, he had realized that I'm beating him on his idea. Then he was like, also, when we talk about resources, I don't have sufficient resources, and this boy is so much, he loves so much to go to school more than the lady. That's why I'm no longer taking her to school.
So the two reasons: no resources,
Yeah.
but then she connived with her mother to
Yeah.
fight him.
Yeah,
I don't have anything.
Wow.
It's amazing.
it was so
There's-
challenging.
Actually, there's also an issue of negligence in the community. Just some community members, some homes are just negligent about the girl child. In my community, I witnessed 2 rapes. I didn't witness, but because I was staying at the chairman's quarters,
You were able to.
I
to
was
know.
able to know because cases would be reported in. There was one night a gang of people came carrying a man, beating him up because they had caught him. He was running away because he had raped a young girl of, was it 9 years, 12 years, something in between there, I don't remember. But this young girl was staying with the grandmother. They were staying with a young boy with the grandmother. Now the grandmother would lock them into their bedroom and she goes to sleep in her room. Now this, because there is a disco in the community that day, these children try to tamper with the door because
They wanted
you know
to
how
go out for dance.
so they tampered with the door. They go out to dance, and this girl, actually, I think, and now I remember very well. This girl was about 13 and had a cowboy, a cowboy friend. Like, you know, in the community, surprisingly, in the community, you think their minds are still young, but these girls are doing things that are done by adults and grown people. So she had like a small boy, and they were meeting at the party. Now, unfortunately, when they were meeting, there is a drunk guy coming in at night, and then when he scares this young boy, the boy runs away,
Leaving the girl behind.
leaving the girl behind, and then the guy grabs this girl and starts attempting to rape and all that. And then by the time the people come to rescue, she's screaming and the boy runs screaming for help. By the time the people come, he has already done his work. And it's ill to see that even when the laws are there in the communities, sometimes they are not they're not put in action. They're not serving. Because this person had some influence. They brought this case, and then the chairman tried to intervene, called the police to come and take this person, and the police delayed somehow. Then they put them on the border with one of the councilmen to take this guy directly to the police. And then the report they gave back was he has escaped on the way to the police. Can you hear?
And nothing was done after
And
that?
nothing. And I saw this little girl in the next morning, coming with the grandmother to make a follow-up. I looked at this girl, I was like, wow.
That was sad.
This is sad.
That was sad. So as CorpsAfrica Volunteers, what are some of the things that you've done to address, to empower or promote the girl child in the community?
Well, I have worked with, there is an organization called Black in My Community. I left it there, still operating. They were there to bring about financial development in the community, and thereby giving young girls, they were working with the whole community, but they're giving them sewing machines, giving them hair dryers, to make business with it. But before that, they have to train these people on how to conduct themselves personally, professionally, life skills and all that before they can enter into business, because you need that.
So
and
you
it was relevant.
So you worked with that organization.
Yes. So
too.
when I saw that loophole, I was like, oh, if this opportunity, I was like, oh, I can actually use my little knowledge to actually help train. So I entered in as someone who is helping these young children, train them about teach them and train them about sexual reproductive health and rights. Yeah. And I feel like it's a weapon that a girl child has in the today's world.
Yeah.
because their sexuality, how to conduct themselves. They have to know their rights. They have a right to what they can do with their bodies. Yes, they have a right to their reproductive system. Do I want to have a child? Do I not want to have a child? Do I want to have sex or not? What do I do if that right is taken away?
Yes.
So all that. So we could sit every Sunday for about 2 months, and we would teach these young women. They were aged from 16 to about 22. There were about 60 of them. They're quite a number. We would sit in this big hall that they had gotten, and
then you just have those conversations.
Have conversations.
What are some of the issues that came up during those conversations?
Yes, actually, of course, unsolicited rapes and sex came in, battling these young girls at home by their brothers, their uncles. Yes, harassment from their relatives also came up, and early marriages, pregnancies, so many things that you look at, and you see
early
that
marriages,
the girl
that is
child
like
in danger.
Forced marriage.
Sometimes it's not forced, sometimes it is, because actually I would say it's forced, because most of the times these girls, they don't know what they are doing, and their parents choose for them, because especially if they get pregnant. And when they get pregnant, I saw this in my community. When a girl child gets pregnant, these parents, some of the parents are like, oh, I'm going to get money.
Okay. How does that come about?
It's exchange for funds, because I will say, I'm going to arrest you or your son. I'm going to arrest you. What do you want? We settle. We come to the council and settle. Okay, now you'll give me about 300,000, and then we'll let you go. But 300,000, what will it do?
So the parent remains with a pregnant child, or
they remain. Sometimes they remain with it. Sometimes they let you marry the girl. And where the girl is going, she's not loved. She's going to be beaten at the same time. She's
so
going
it becomes a cycle.
It's a cycle of poverty, of discrimination, of battering women, of so many things. So, but these parents, because they are not aware, they need awareness, they continue that cycle. She got pregnant when she was young. Also, the girl gets pregnant when she's young. So such and such
cycle continues.
Yeah. So we talked to them about skills on how you can behave in a way, conduct yourself in a way that doesn't solicit unnecessary attractions to you by these young men or older men. How do you respond to someone trying to ask sex from
sexual
you?
favors?
Yes. How do you respond with about it? And in case someone harasses you, what do? You have a right. Can you report to daddy? If you see that the environment is not conducive, this one is the brother to daddy. Can you go to a chairman? Can you go to a senga somewhere? So
like you try to train them in those different structures where they can report and get help.
Yes, and even in case you maybe, because these things they need to know, however much they're in the village, sometimes however much they are young, they need to know, what can I do if I'm raped?
Yes.
You have to be informed, because it's not a matter of going back home and then crying and sleeping. Yeah. You might have gotten infected by an STD or STI. Can you go to the center near you, the health center near you for medication to prevent that?
So all those things you were able to have conversations with girls during those meetings.
Yes.
And did you realize any change?
Yes, we actually had young women that had already gotten pregnant. Some were pregnant, some had given birth, because now they're out of school. Some are even attempting not to. So we had to encourage them to go back to school, because it's not the end of the day. So yes, and then we had to make them know that it's not, sex is not a crime, or it's a scary thing, or it's something you have to embrace and learn and find ways on how to know how to deal with it, in order to not become a culprit of its negative impacts. So I told them, I am here. I made sure that I'm an example. I was like, I'm here, I'm a graduate, I'm working. If you're looking at me, I'm working, but it doesn't mean I'm not having, I'm not able to have sexual what? Relations. It needs you to know, what can I do to ensure that these relations are not affecting my goals, my plans in life.
Absolutely.
So, and if I have my child, is it well planned? If it's not planned, is it the end of the day?
So girls were able to, they need to know such information to
Yes.
protect themselves.
Yes.
Yes, Brian, is there, can you share with us how you engage girls?
Definitely, I would love to add on something. Merit said that in her community, like she witnessed, parents can just give away the daughter on something penny, but then there are also scenarios. These were not in my specific community, but then I've seen scenarios where even parents decide to chase the child from the home, which is so bad. This one continues now to bring trauma to that child. She has already conceived,
Yeah.
and now you're chasing them to go to where they don't know. But during my service, as a volunteer, we believe so much as volunteers that we have to collaborate, and through collaboration, our impact can even extend beyond our communities.
Yeah.
So as a volunteer in Uganda, I had a chance to collaborate with Peace Corps volunteers, and we held Camp Glow, which we call Girls Leading Our World, in Ilila district. So during the camp, we had 30 participants. We trained them in different skills, like crochet making, liquid soap making, because we believe that some of the issues that come by as a result of poverty, but then what can we do? Rather than giving them fish, we take them to learn how to fish. So we trained them in such skills.
So
And
the
as
girls
well,
you trained, were they in and out of school or in school?
those were in school.
Okay.
They were still in school. And we also took them through sexual reproductive health and rights, through the camp period. And we believe the seed that we sow up to now is going to yield. Also, while in Malawi during my service, a friend, a site mate, had an issue. We have dynamics in communities. That's where CorpsAfrica approach is so crucial.
Yes.
Because if you understand that this is an issue in my community, there you devise means of how to address it.
Yeah.
So in a colleague's community, the girls were dropping out of school just because they didn't have enough material to use as girls. While at
sanitary
school, the
wear?
sanitary, So we joined efforts, we trained, we organized, and we requested for space at school during holidays. So we trained them in how to make sanitary towels.
So you trained girls in how to make sanitary wear?
Yeah, and still, this was knowledge that I obtained through the PST,
Pre-service training.
training with CorpsAfrica Malawi.
Wow, well
So
done.
we joined hands, we mobilized some few resources, and we trained these girls, and this has kept them pushing.
That's
with
amazing.
education.
So is the initiative going on? Are they making their...
Yes, actually, it was not about just training them, because we told them, okay, now here we are today training you, but even what we make today won't sustain you throughout your life. So what's most important is learning, what do I need, how do I obtain what I don't have so that I can make these things by myself. So up to now, they do make towels by themselves that they do use.
They
which
do
is-
use, and they're able to go to school.
Yes.
Oh, well done, Brian, on that.
Well,
Mary, you're smiling. Tell us.
No, just remember that apart from what I've said, we also worked with these young girls, because we realized that most of the times why they get pregnant at an early stage, why they get harassment sometimes, is because of poverty because they don't have access to certain needs that need money. And so they come from a poor background at home, and then she has seen a shoe, she wants that shoe, and then the border guy would say,
Yeah, I can give you the shoe. If you do this.
yes, and I will give you some 5,000 shillings. Imagine. So we try to train them in skills like yogurt making, train them in shoe, these craft shoe making,
Yeah.
and these skills are like they are helping them to fend for themselves. They get their own income, however small it is. It helps.
So what I hear from you too is the need to, first of all, empower, let girls know about sexual reproductive health, because it's very important for them to make decisions around that, because decisions around that are life altering. And then what I hear is the need to empower girls with life skills, decision making, communications, vocational skills, leadership, such that they're able to fully utilize their potential. And then I also hear the need to engage parents to have that equal treatment. Yes, if the girls are doing chores, the boys should also do that. If they're going to school, they should also be given that equal footing, such that they can compete favorably.
Yes.
Yeah, have the same opportunities. And then also I hear the need to have communities really empower girls, supporting them, because we have so many amazing female leaders like you, Mary, yourself. You have done amazing work in the community, and that is because your parents believed in you. All the people that you are with believed in you, they educated you, and you got this amazing opportunity at CorpsAfrica to be able to support girls. And then also, of course, we see the role of young males like Brian, who came in to really do that amazing work with girls. Honestly speaking, it's the first time I'm hearing a guy do that. So I really, really applaud you. You did amazing. So as we conclude,
Actually, Sylvia,
Yes.
before you wrap it up, there is also need to continue creating awareness, not only to the girl child, but as well to the boy child, because these counterparts often also engage in such habits. You know, something that one learns when they are still small is something they will practice even when they grow up. So I would advocate always that also boys are sensitized about the need to treat girls equally, because this is something they would practice when they grow up.
amazing. And that starts with our families. It goes to schools, like that teacher who was looking forward to these girls, engaging in some certain behavior. It takes all of us to ensure that girls have a safe environment to grow, to thrive, and be the leaders that are called to be. So we continue celebrating girls everywhere, amplifying their voices, actions, and leadership. Until next time, this is Conversations with CorpsAfrica Volunteers.